Good morning, manifestors. It's Paula from the 411 on manifesting. How was your weekend, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I had an amazing weekend. I just want to tell you about it like super quick before we get started. So, as some of you do know, I facilitate plant classes, like plant healing, medicine classes, mostly, kind of plants that we can find in our own backyards or in the areas close to us that we live in. And a couple months ago, I was approached by the Girl Scout troop in the town where I live, asking if I would take the Girl Guides on a foraging class. And I did that on Saturday, and it was so much fun. So there's not a lot of stuff that's up right now. We've had, a bit of a late spring, and we're waiting on some rain that's supposed to come today. So it just kind of, slows our spring just a little bit. But what was there, we worked with, and it was absolutely fabulous. And what I thought was so amazing is that probably I would say over half of the girls had a really, really big knowledge already of plants and wild medicine plants and what they can do. I learned a few things. It was so much fun. We had such a good time. And they paid me in Girl Guide cookies. Can't complain about that. Honestly, it was so, so good. So yeah, that was that was my Saturday, and it was a ton of fun. And then of course yesterday was Mother's Day. So happy belated Mother's Day to those of you that spent time with your families. It kind of got me thinking yesterday, there's a lot of different types of mothers. We have, mothers that physically have their kids in the home with them. We have mothers that have their kids far away. We have mothers that don't have their kids in the physical form anymore. We have caregivers, so it could be grandparents, aunts, family, friends, anything. There're just a lot of us mothers out there that are sort of different types of mothers. There's all kinds. So I hope whatever type of mother that you are, you had an amazing, amazing Mother's Day. I had my son come over and spend the afternoon with me, which was awesome. And he took out all my recycling. Thank you, because it was a lot. I love to recycle. I just don't ever do anything with it afterwards. And so it's so much, but now it's gone. So thank you. Anyway, let's get started. So we are going to talk about mental hygiene today. Mental hygiene, not dental hygiene, mental hygiene. Mental hygiene is the intentional practice of strengthening, cleansing your mind and your thoughts on a regular basis. I can't tell you how important it is, whether it's through meditation, whether it's through, talking with a friend or reading any type of self-help or growth books, anything like that. But mental hygiene, like what happens, say we'll use dental hygiene. What happens if you have poor dental hygiene? Your teeth rot. That's what happens. If you have poor mental hygiene, the same thing happens to your mind. It rots. If you're filling your mouth with sugar, your teeth rot. If you're filling your mind with unhealthy things as well, your brain rots. So honestly, it's really kind of the same thing. And I kind of looked into a couple different things on how to get your mental hygiene sort of back on track. So one of the big ones that I found is the people that you're associating yourself with. So whether it be online, at work, in your personal life, I know we can't always control who we work with. Sometimes we can't control who we live with. We can only control how we react to it. So that's the key there, right? We can just control how we let things kind of bother us. But I mean, we are human. It's hard. It's hard not to have things come at us all the time. It's just how long we're going to choose to sit in them. So I had kind of an interesting conversation with my mom yesterday. My mom was telling me that she's had like a lot of really good things come into her life lately. Financial things, some big, some small. But what I noticed with her when she was telling me about them is she was just as excited about the $5 one as she was about the $2,000 one. And that was really cool. And we sort of got to talking about that. And she brought up something really, really interesting that I wanted to talk about, which is that if you're not in receiving mode, you're not going to receive. So it's not just about, manifesting and journaling and thinking the good thoughts. It's really not about that, because things will come to you. But if you're the type of person that cannot accept gifts, doesn't, take compliments, things like that, if you're not a person who can receive, then you will miss opportunity after opportunity. They will come at you. You actually won't even see them come at you because you're so focused on the uncomfortableness of receiving something. Now, receiving something can mean a lot of things to a lot of people. It could mean some people think that if they're given gifts that maybe they're not doing a good enough job at looking after themselves, that people pity them or feel sorry for them. There's lots of different ways to think like that when you're unable to receive. But if you cannot receive, you will not get. Point blank. So we talked about that yesterday, and that my mom feels that she's in a very peaceful place in her life and has been for a while. I mean, it took her time to get there. She does intentional breath work, and she meditates, and she reads lots, and she kind of spreads herself out a lot of places and interacts with a lot of different people, and she knows where she needs to go to get her energy. And I really think that is such a huge part of her mental hygiene, and that she noticed such a shift when she changed how she was thinking and how she was receiving. So I think that is really, really something that isn't talked about enough, that you can manifest all you want, but if you cannot receive what you are asking for, it will not come, and you won't even see it. Like, you just won't even, it'll be right in front of you. But because of your internal block of receiving things, you won't even see it. So I just thought that was really, really interesting. And thank you, Mom, because we had a really good talk about that. So it really sort of, got me thinking. But I mean, your mental hygiene can look very, very different for a lot of people. And like dental hygiene, it is a practice that you do every single day. So your mental hygiene, should maybe look like meditation. It should look like journaling, getting the proper rest, eating the proper food, all the good fuel, that you need. And of course, just not taking in so much shit. And especially stuff that you can't control. We all have mountains to climb in our life, like all of us do. Some of us just do it in better boots. And what that means is that they just have really good mental hygiene. So when things come at them, they're really prepared. They're prepared to, really kind of go at it and just not have that issue or thing that comes at them take power over their day and over their lives. So I think that's really interesting. It's really something to think about. So another thing that I thought was really cool, I actually read this in a book on the weekend, is that you want to have your own personal boardroom at your house, at your space, in your office, in your car, anywhere, where you can practice your mental hygiene every day. Now, it could actually physically be an office. I have an office. I have a personal boardroom that has all my loving things in here that really keep me motivated and focused. But honestly, it could be a chair by the window. It could be in your car. It could be at work. It could be anywhere that you feel that you can have 5 to 10 minutes alone, and where you can do some empowered thinking, where you can really strengthen your mental hygiene. So I really challenge you to make a little personal boardroom for yourself, either somewhere in your home. It's not somewhere that you sit and watch TV. It's not somewhere that, you sit and work. It's a separate space where you can sit and journal and reflect and work on your mental hygiene. So that is our vlog for today, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. I kind of had a lot to say, and I feel like I could have made this twice as long, but I will, try and keep it to our like 10-minute mark. So I hope you have a fabulous, fabulous Monday today. And I hope you had a wonderful weekend. If you're a mother, I hope that you were with your kids either physically or spiritually. I just hope it was a great day. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. And remember, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And I would love to hear anything in the comments what you do for your mental hygiene. I always love to hear what everybody has to say. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And if nobody tells you this week, I love you. Have an amazing Monday, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.